Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Let's Play Nimby Rails. We are headed back to Tokyo, but first, I want to welcome you to the channel. Thank you for being on board. Hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video. And also follow us on Twitch at A_train_games, on Discord at A-train_games, where you can see my Steam library, make game requests, discuss this and other games, and also see the list of airports I have in Tower 3D Pro. And there's hundreds of hours of video available on the channel. If you're seeing commercials, I hope you're not, because they aren't paying me for any of that. But your donations are greatly appreciated and welcome at paypal.me/atraingames. That's paypal.me/atraingames. All right, so you can hear it's morning in Tokyo. Let's just hop on over. Let me click on, let's get the right one. That's the right one. Let me get that. We'll check on what's going on at Shinjuku Station. There we go. On the web, the Tokyo Shinjuku Live Cam. There's a Saikyo line train, looks like, heading northbound up towards Ikebukuro. And there was a Chuo line train that's heading into Shinjuku Station, which is right here. Here comes an express train outbound from Shinjuku. That'll be heading out to Tachikawa and beyond. These are cool looking with that bubble cab, but not as cool as the previous ones that had the really cool paint scheme. Here's a Sobu line train that's heading west for Mitaka. Along the Chuo-Sobu line, which we're going to work on today. And there's another Saikyo line train heading down into Tokyo and eventually downward towards Shibuya. And they will terminate and turn around and come back at Osaki. Osaki, yes, I was right. Hooray! And the reason I know this is because that's what we've been working on. Let's see. This is down by Osaki Station. Yes, there's Osaki Station. This is down at the south end. This is the Yamanote loop as it cuts around, and the Tokaido Shinkansen as it cuts across. But the Yamanote line turns here, Osaki Station. That's the south end of the Saikyo line, which runs from there up through... Let me get myself oriented here. Up through, here we go, Shibuya, and up through Shinjuku, which is right here. Here's that camera we're looking at. If we zoom in right about here-ish, let me think. Yeah, should be right. It's either on this corner or this corner. Nope, it's going to be on this corner here because the Unica building is right here, I believe. So it's on this corner, actually. But it's taking its time coming into play. All right, so anyway, and then the Saikyo line heads up, paralleling the Yamanote line, but not stopping near as often. It stops up here at Ikebukuro, and then it continues north up this way to Akabane, and there it meets up with the Shinkansen lines and the Keihin-Tohokyu line, and then they kind of split. The Keihin-Tohokyu, I don't know. Keihin-Tohokyu line splits off to the north here, and then the Shinkansen and the Saikyo line continue this direction. So the Shinkansen is non-stop going from Omiya to Tokyo Station. Some trains stop at Ueno, and I'm going to maybe add a couple more trains to facilitate that. But the service that I'm currently running, the two trains, they do not stop. So then we cross the Arakawa River, continue up here through Toda, up this way, and you can see the Ueno-Tokyo line and the Takasaki line and the Shonan Shinjuku line and the Keiyo line are all over here. So they're just a mile or so east. Not very far, excuse me. And so then we continue up, and then we take a hard turn and meet at Omiya. Okay, and that's the north end of the Saikyo line. So, last episode I had started building the Shinkansen line. Well, I got it finished, and we have it up and running. Wait, no, let's not do that. Let's go to here and do this, and then you'll see the gameplay. There we go. Hope everyone's having a good evening. I want to welcome you aboard. And here's the map currently as it resides. Let's see. Yep, good. So, yes, I completed the run all the way up here to Omiya, and then decided, well, we've got to feed some people into that station. Well, here's the Saikyo line, and I've built the stations along the way for the Saikyo line. And so it made sense to keep running it. Well, then it made sense to just keep on running it and keep on running it. And then I remembered, oh, wait, I've already built like part of it up through here anyway. And then I finished it down here. And so I have built the Saikyo line from end to end, coast to coast. So it runs the whole length. Now we have a dozen trains currently running on it. If we look at our lines here, Saikyo line, we're running wait, this is Sunday. What day is it? Wednesday. So let's go to Tuesday's numbers. Almost 500,000 people a day. We're making $2.4 million a day. It has jumped up to like number 5 on the list of profitable lines. So it has proven to be very, very good. Now there's a caveat to that. That's a nasty little problem of compensations. And we're getting them not only on Friday, but we're getting a big, even triple compensations on Sunday. And I don't understand why. So it's something I'm going to have to look into. If it's a bug in the system, or if there's something I'm not doing, but why the hell is it that people are getting compensated like they're, part of it, I think they were saying, although this is weird because Sunday ridership is not near what it is. Look here. So let's look at, here's Thursday, 400,000 packs. Friday, 426,000 packs. Compensated 70 packs. Okay. Saturday, no issues. Not nearly the ridership. Only 150,000 packs. But Sunday, bleh, 332,000 riders, 5,200 packs compensated. Waited too long, and they're saying full station. So I'm not sure what that, what exactly that means. Panadar, hey, welcome aboard. How are you? Yeah, it is like the real thing because I've built it like the real thing. This is, if you're not familiar with Nimby Rails, what it is the guys, it's like two brothers who've made this, have effectively taken Google Maps of the planet, okay, and they've taken all the railroads off. And you can go wherever you want to go and build trains, however you want to build them. But like if we go to Dallas, I can show you, here's the train routes right through here. This is Union Station, okay? And the trains run down through here, and then they run by the K. Bailey Hutchison Convention Center. The Dart Light Rail goes this way, which is the old Santa Fe City Spur, right through here. And then the Union Pacific and Dingo and BNSF go down through here. And then the new bullet train station is going to be here, south side on Lamar. So they've taken the railroads out. Here's JFK Junction and TRE Junction. So JFK Junction, of course, this is where the 6th floor museum, this is where Kennedy was shot, right here. Okay. And over here is where the grassy knoll with fences and all that crap. So, but the trains run across over top of Main, Elm, and Commerce streets. And then they loop out here on the I-35E. The trains go up through here and to Victory up at American Airlines Center, which is right there. They all run down through here. And then the Union Pacific line turns west here and then goes through this gap and then crosses the Trinity River, and it comes over here, and it runs through this gap here. So, yeah, that's what they've done, is they've literally stripped all the railroads off the planet, and then you can go and build what you want to build. So I'm building the Tokyo rail system because I'm quite familiar with it. I'm a huge fan of it, and my best friend and I are building an N-scale model of, well, I've started building Kanto Station. He's building Akihabara, Ochanomizu, then I'll do Tokyo Station, and then we'll run it a little bit north and a little bit south from there. But there's just the volume of trains through here is insane. And I don't have near the volume up at this point. We have the Keihin-Tohokyu lines, we have the Chuo lines, we have the Chuo Express, we have the Yamanote lines, northbound and southbound, or clockwise and anti-clockwise as they call it. We also have the Ueno-Tokyo line train, which currently just runs from Tokyo to Yokohama. I need to extend it to Ueno, which is up here. Ueno is a big station too. You can see there's a Yamanote line train. And for people who think this is just, some guy remarked that this, if you like running trains with like the progressive arrow thing on it, no, that's the designator for the train. You zoom in far enough, you can see the train. Okay, so there's the train. That's as far as you can zoom in right there. And see, it pulls forward to the end of this. Okay, I guess that's what counts as the end of the. And then here's the Joetsu Shinkansen, which is not stopping. It's cruising through 100 kilometers an hour max in this area. And I'm running E2s. I have a pair of 10 unit E2s through here. You can't see the colors on it. So let me set you guys up here by going here, and let's see if I have the E2 series. Okay, very good. And then we'll go here and we'll switch over to this. And this is what the E2 Shinkansen looks like. So this nose thing is it opens up. It's like a clamshell. And it allows the E2s to couple to previously E3s. I think they can couple two E2s together. They could couple to E3s. I think they can couple to E4s because E4s can couple to E3s. And then they can couple to the newer ones too, but I don't think they regularly do that. So that's what the E2 Shinkansen looks like. See, it has 10 car sets can be coupled to E3 series Komachi sets, which that's the new Komachi. That's the E6 Komachi. But you can see the doors on the nose of it as well. Using couplers hidden behind retracting nose doors. Top speed after the Ice Cream Man is 170 miles an hour, 275 kilometers an hour. But between Omiya and Tokyo, their maximum speed is 60 miles an hour. So that's a little bit limited in that regard. So let's go ahead and go back over so I can go through with you all what all I've done since last time we were together. All right, so finished the Shinkansen route. Currently running two 10-car E2 sets. It's not doing real well money-wise, and part of that issue, I believe, is I don't have a lot feeding into Omiya Station. So there's no transfers going on up here. Unless someone rides a Saikyo line up because they want to take the bullet train to Tokyo, there's no reason for people really to go to Omiya. I mean, the catchment area is 3,547 people, I mean, numbers-wise. So it's not terribly impressive, and they can ride the Saikyo line to get to where they want to go, although then that's like the local, and they have to stop at every stop. So Omiya Station's huge. There's a lot of trains that come through here because you can see this is the Saikyo line, and the Shinkansen come from this direction. Then all the other trains from Tokyo come from this direction and in. So I've got to complete out this terminal, and what I'm looking for at Omiya, which I'm not really seeing evidence of, and it's kind of a bummer. But let's see if I can get. Let me just search it and get up there. Omiya, Omiya Station, Saitama. There we are. Okay. So let's take a look at Omiya Station on the satellite, because God's going to buy you a satellite. Thank you, Hooters. To the Hooters, the music group, that is. All right, so there's Omiya Station. What are you doing? There we go. The Shinkansen platforms are over here. The Saikyo line platform's over here somewhere. And then the other trains come in. Ueno-Tokyo, Tohoku line, Takasaki line, Shonan Shinjuku line. They all come in over here. The issue is, okay, so let's look at the list here on the left. You see Hokuriku Shinkansen, which is the E2s that we have. It used to be the Joetsu Shinkansen, but they extended it. Now they call it the Hokuriku Shinkansen. Then you have the Tohoku Hokkaido Shinkansen, which runs all the way up to Hokkaido, which is the northern of the 4 main islands of Japan. You have Honshu is the big one, Hokkaido is the northern one, Shikoku is the little one, and then Kyushu is the southern island. That's where Nagasaki is where Kumamoto is. I visited there. All right, so you got Bullet Train, Akita, Joetsu Shinkansen, and Yamagata Shinkansen. The Akita and the Yamagata Shinkansens are the ones we talked about that run out into the sticks off the main drag. Joetsu Shinkansen runs out somewhere. The Tohoku Hokkaido Shinkansen runs up the east side of the island. That's the one that was really impacted by the Fukushima, by the earthquake and tsunami, was that service, which the Tohoku Shinkansens are typically connected up with an Akita Shinkansen or Yamagata Shinkansen. Okay, so they are connected and they run up together, and then these will branch off and they'll go out to their respective little cities out in the middle of nowhere. They're really on the west coast, though Japan's not terribly wide at that point. Now, the Saikyo line has its own dedicated tracks. Okay. The Musashino line, really? Musashino line comes through here? Does it though? Does it really? Okay, I gotta find the tab with it. Musashino line. Do I have that? I do not have that open. Let's go to Saikyo line, and then we'll drop down here to, see, this is where an Omiya Station, right? Kawagoe line, Shinkansen. Okay. Keihin-Tohokyu line, Takasaki line, all run on the same tracks. The Shonan Shinjuku line trains run on the same tracks as theirs, because as we talked about, Shonan Shinjuku line doesn't actually have its own dedicated tracks. It runs on other lines that are just connected in different places to get from one place to the other. So it's just a different service that uses existing infrastructure. Tobu Urban Park line, that's cute. I'll have to check that out. So why they think the Musashino line runs through there, I don't know. Because here is the Musashino line at Musashi Urawa, which Musashi Urawa is, I gotta keep remembering, is right here. And see, I built the station platform for the Musashino line. The Musashino line we've already started. It's actually over here. So this forms part of what's the outer loop. It starts here in Fuchu. Up to that point from Kawasaki here, or actually Tsurumi, which is here, up to here, it's freight only. So this portion of the almost full loop, it's not a full loop because there's water out here, is handled by the Nambu line, which we've run to this station and comes down here and then ties into Kawasaki. That effectively ends the bottom half of the loop. It resumes with the Keiyo line over here out of Tokyo and out to Funabashi, Nishin Funabashi Station. And then it ties into the Musashino line out here somewhere. And the Musashino line, because the Musashino line trains actually used to come in, and they may still, in on the Keiyo line into Tokyo Station. Okay, Tokyo Station, as we talked about yesterday or so, there's 2 sets, so 4 platforms at the south end, which is like a 10 to 15 minute walk down here. And so those 4 platforms serve the Keiyo line and may still serve the Musashino line with through service on the Keiyo line tracks. Okay. Now, if I take a quick look at this is the line map of the Musashino line, and so yeah, here I can just let me just put this up on the screen for you, and you will see what I see. Hooray! All right, so here's the Musashino line. All right, so here's Tokyo Station. Here's the Keiyo line we were talking about. Tokyo Disneyland's right here. Okay, that's where we currently have service out to. And then we're going to extend it out here to Nishin Funabashi. And that's where the line actually jumps into the Musashino line. And then this is the outer loop. Okay, so it goes way the hell up here to Yoshikawa and all these places. And then it gets over here to the and meets the Saikyo line. But you can see actually the lines continue north. Okay, because that's where it goes. And then the freight line, oh, that may be what it is. The freight line goes in. So that makes sense. Otherwise, excuse me, the line continues around through the 7 stations or so to Nishin Kokubunji. And we have it built from Fuchuhomachi up to Nishin Kokubunji. And then the green line out this way, the green line, is the Nambu line. And we have that built. And then it runs down here and down here to Kawasaki. The freight line is at Tsurumi and then cuts around. And that's that line that goes through the mountain that we looked at. I don't know. I was looking at the other day. I was like, what the hell is that and where does that go? That was the freight line. It goes through a mountain and under a bunch of homes, and it's really kind of crazy. So there's an idea what... I mean, this is a massive outer loop. This is the Yamanote line loop here. This right here, right? It cuts off here. We've built all this area, which has kind of an odd shape. And we've got the Chuo line, which cuts across here and then goes out here, the express line, and we go out to Tachikawa. We've got the Nambu line here. We've got this part of the Musashino line. We've got the Tokaido main line all the way down to Yokohama. We've got the Tokaido Shinkansen from Shin, Yokohama, up, and it cuts this way, and then it goes this way, and then it cuts in. We've got the Tsurumi line. We've got the Keiyo line out to, again, Tokyo Disneyland, but we've actually extended... We haven't extended the service to Nishin Funabashi. We have the Sobu line running out, and it stops like 2 stations at Ichikawa. Anyway, a couple 3 stops from Nishin Funabashi. So we need to complete that line as far as the schedule goes and add a couple more trains because they service from over here at Mitaka Station out and then beyond. And then we can also make the connection for the Sobu line, which starts at Tokyo Station underground. It comes up at Ryogoku, and then it runs out parallel to the Sobu line. That's an express service, so it doesn't stop as often as the yellow Sobu line trains do. We have now built the Joban line. This is interesting because I did see this. It makes like a 180-degree U-turn, and then goes out and up, and that's legit. I looked at that on the map. The Keiyo line also continues out this way. But what we want to do is get a couple more, 3, 4 more maybe trains on the Keiyo line and run it to Nishin Funabashi. We want to get a couple more at least trains on the Sobu line and run it to Nishin Funabashi. So we'll have those complete and we'll be pulling packs in from this area over here. And that will help expand our service. And then we may look at extending the Musashino line out up here. Ultimately, I mean, we need to connect it from Nishin Kokubunji over to Musashi Urawa. And then at some point I will be extending. This is Akabane right here. And I've got the Keihin-Tohokyu line extended to that point. So people coming down the Saikyo line can transfer to the Keihin-Tohokyu line and then take that into Tokyo, instead of having to come down to Shinjuku, change over to Chuo line, and come in. So we've got that service set up and going. So there's a pretty good overview, I think, of what we've accomplished so far. Now that said, this is the south end at Fuchu Homachi. We're looking at, yeah, Minami Urawa. No, Musashi Urawa. So that's where we tie in with the Saikyo line. So that's a way that we'll be able to expand our service away from the main line, right? So that's what we kind of do over here on the Chuo line, which I think is what's made it wildly successful. Is it's one thing if you have station catchments in a row like this. It's another if you pull people in from you go out, perpendicular to that, and that's what we've kind of tried to do here. The Omi line extends out, but that was to get to Yokota Air Base. But like the Seibu Kokenbunji line, and then this 3-stop run on the Musashino line, and then this 1 stop here on the Seibu Tama line to get to Tama Station, just to pull a few, pull more people into this corridor, and then we put them on with all these trains, and that will be, no, it's only passenger trains, at least for now. I don't know if they have plans to expand or whatever, but the entire focus is on passenger trains. So, and I'll show you what I was talking about the trains disappearing into a tunnel. So here's the Fuchu Homachi Station. So the track comes down like this, and it cuts over like, whoop, nope, not like that. It comes down like this, and then I gotta remember, right click, and it shoots across through here. Now, the Nambu line cuts a left, if it's southbound, and heads over this direction, around through here somewhere. Okay, but the freight line keeps going straight and blasts into this mountain here, and then it comes out of the mountain, and then it goes back into the mountain, and it comes out, and it does weird things. So it's really kind of strange, but kind of cool too. All right. Let's go over here and look at the Keiyo line, and we'll show you real quick. Here's how the lines are looking. In fact, let's back up a day for Tuesday. So here's the money we made on our various lines. Tokaido Shinkansen is still the ruler of all. That's good. $5.7 million yesterday. The Chuo line made almost 4. The Keihin-Tohokyu line made 3.5. Chuo Commuter Rapid and Chuo-Sobu combined are another $5 million daily. The Saikyo line slots in there at 2.4, which is nice. And I feel like I've got that line set up a little bit better. I got the right number of trains. I've got the departure time set to space them properly. I think they're on like 10-minute departures, and it works out. The trains are spaced properly, and everything's good to go. Also, what I figured out was in your setting up your lines, you can go in here when you set up your timing calculators. Notice Omiya Station, I've got 2 minutes stop. Everything else is 1 minute. And then we get down to Shinjuku, and it's 2 minutes. And it's 1:30 at Shibuya. And the way that worked out was adding a little bit into the stop times. I was able to get this interval to right at 10 minutes with the number of trains I had. Adding a couple of trains, cut the interval down, and then you're able to very slightly tweak the interval between either your max speed, which it's 100 kilometers an hour for this particular type of train, and your minimum stop times. So your bigger stations, yeah, you may want to give like 2 minutes to stop there at a Shinjuku or a Tokyo Station or wherever. Like the JR East Shinkansen stops for 5 minutes at the north and the south end. And that's actually legit. I think it's every 6 minutes. They may be longer than that. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But they'll come into Tokyo Station and they will turn the trains around. And it's the bullet train. This is the JR East. Japan Rail East is going north. They turn around amazingly quick. Whereas the Japan Rail Central and South, excuse me, oh, they take a little more time to turn. But they also have 6 platform tracks. JR East only has 4. And they're coming in from like 4 different routes. Japan Rail West is really only coming in from 1 route that runs all the way down to Kyushu, to Fukuoka. And then you hook into the Kyushu Shinkansen down there. So, see, we're getting some indications of some station trains are full, and that's part of the issue we need to deal with here, is the Chuo-Sobu line. We need to expand that service. So what I'm going to do is get into the overnight hours, and then we're going to try to move the... see, this is disappointing right here. Joetsu Shinkansen is really far down the list right now. But again, I think that's strictly because we don't have really anything feeding into Omiya Station for people to transfer on and off of it. I mean, I don't see indications of like a subway line that runs up here, you know, because that would be really helpful. We may have to extend like one of the other lines up and out a little bit further to pick up some more population. And so that should help. Because, I mean, there's not a lot of sense at some point going north on the Saikyo line to go south on the Shinkansen doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You could just go south on the Saikyo line and then catch the Keihin-Tohokyu line here in Akabane Station. All right, so the Chuo-Sobu line, that's the yellow trains here. If we hit the line colors, you'll see it's the yellow line. We got 3 more stops to add because currently we stop in Ichikawa. We got to go to Moto Yawata, Shimose Nakayama, and then into Nishin Funabashi Station. And these stations here, we turn on the catchment. Pretty good, you know, 4,000 people each, reach, whatever. And the population's okay. But this is, Nishin Funabashi is a major crossroads, and we move out from that, we can hit some of these other pretty populated areas with the different lines. So we got to get our service in to there, and then people will be able to, you know, change over to the Keiyo line, and then we'll extend it out eventually to Funabashi and beyond. The Narita Express comes out the Chuo line from Tokyo, so it comes out from underground and it runs over here to Ryogoku, and then comes out. We've got that double track built to handle the Chuo line. See, the Chuo-Sobu line is on this right hand of the two as it crosses the river. The Chuo line is on the left, is the left-hand track, and we've got it running out here and stopping at Ichikawa Station, but I think it runs all the way down as well into Funabashi. We could go ahead and make that connection. Let's just take a quick look here at Omiya. No, I want Funabashi. Let's go to Funabashi Station. Actually Ichikawa. Ichikawa Station. Let's go there and zoom in a little bit, and then we'll switch your view over so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Blink, boom. All right, so here's Ichikawa Station, and this has the Sobu line, the Chuo-Sobu line, and the Sobu line running into it. 2 platforms here, Ichikawa Station. Yeah, see, Chuo-Sobu line is the local line, Sobu line is the rapid line. There it goes. That's phasing through. And then the Sobu line runs parallel as we run down to Funabashi. Nishin Funabashi. Shimosa Nakayama. Now let's see if... See, the Sobu line, I mean the Chuo line does not stop. The Sobu line, excuse me, does not stop there. Does not stop there, and the Shinjuku line stops there. So we just need to run through service to Nishin Funabashi, because that's where the next stop on the Chuo line will be. Or not. Huh. Oh, you know what? It's probably at Funabashi Station, which is right here. There we go. Okay, so that's where we're going to need to go. So Chuo-Sobu runs there, and the Sobu line runs there, and then there's a limited express trains on the Chuo line. There's some of those. So let's see here. Cool. All right. So yeah, I think we need to run to Funabashi Station real quick, since that should just be one stop. Should just be one stop? Yeah, it looks like it's one stop. Nishin Funabashi, okay. And we have some through tracks. So we have some tracks that stop. We have the overhead stuff, and then we have through tracks, and that's the Sobu line. Okay. So let's switch back over here. And that should get us Ichikawa Station. We're going to build some trackage and viaduct. Kind of. You guys like the ambient sound? Excuse me, ambient. Ambiance, the ambient sound of actual trains running through. Since the game has no sound, I kind of feel like this is the next best thing. We're talking trains, we're thinking about trains, we're building trains. Well, we can hear them. You may not be able to hear, you know, trains in the game, but you can actually hear the trains we are working on in this area. What they sound like. Let's zip down here. Okay, we're looking good. Zip down here, just get to the edge of the station. Now the key here is you don't want the you don't want to touch the other tracks. You can go a little bit onto the brown of the platforms, but you really don't want to. I think it's better to, I mean, sometimes you have to cramp your style and just do it. But it's better if you can avoid it. Just gonna keep rolling like the tide here. Well, they didn't roll yesterday, but it was a hell of a run. Get to the Sweet 16 in basketball for a football school. Nicely done. Quite proud of them. Of course, now the main guy, I guess, will probably go declare for the draft, and because it's all about getting mines and whatever. All right, so and this is the tell for a station. You see the roads? See that little loop right there? That's a tell that there's a station there. All right, this is a pretty straight shot, and I like it. I like it a lot. $22 million in so far. Nice. I'm not a big fan of having to build viaduct the whole way, and I suppose we could have avoided it, but now this, we're getting into the station here because this is some wonkiness. And we're going to drop down to, oh, yeah. Okay, I know what we had to do here. Because we had a viaduct station going over top. We had to do the other station at ground level. You cannot stack ground and you cannot stack viaduct. You can stack viaduct over ground, obviously. But like with tunnels, you can stack. Stuff that's underground, it's okay if it's stacked. But you can't do it with viaduct. You can only do one level of viaduct and one level of ground. So sometimes you got to be a little bit creative with how you're doing your stuff. So I'm going to back this up a little bit to right there, because that's where the others are. And then we're going to switch back, and then we're going to switch to ground. and then drop it down like that. So it looks cool. Now, as we come in here, it occurs to me we've got two sets of platforms. So Nishin Funabashi Station, Chuo-Sobu line, okay, so the Tokyo Metro Tozai line comes in on this first one. The Sobu line comes in on Chuo-Sobu line comes in on the second one. This comes in on the third, and I've got to figure out. It looks like there's a bypass. That may be a freight line. Now that I think about it, and I accidentally built a platform. So what we can do to find out is go to the. Do I have this pulled up? I do not have it pulled up. So we're not looking at Osaki Station anymore. Let's look up, what is it? Nishi Funabashi. I say Nishin. I get caught up with Nissan, like cup of soup. Nishi Funabashi Station. Okay, so let's do a little look up there. All right, so we're in Chiba Prefecture. All right, switch over so you can see what I see. All right, so here's the station information. Joban line stop 30, Marunouchi or Musashino line stop 10, Tokyo Metro Tozai line stop 23, Toyo Rapid Railway line stop 1. That might be it. All right, so let's see. Here's the stop, platforms. Tozai line we know is the closest. It's the westmost. Well, that's interesting. We may have these out of order. 6. Oh, wait, there should be more down here. Keiyo line and Musashino line. These are the elevated platforms. Okay, so these are the ground level platforms. So we didn't really finagle this. This is legit. All right, so let's take a look here. The Sobu line bypasses this. That's right. That's what it is. So the Sobu line, so the Tozai and the Rapid Railway, they share two sets of platforms. Oh. Okay. Huh. Well, that's easy to work with. So let's do this. Let's switch back to this. Let's go back to this and make this right. Because it ain't right. And we want it to be right. So, the only thing is we really don't need two sets of platforms for the Chuo-Sobu line. But we have an option here. We could do up two sets of platforms, which is kind of Department of Redundancy department. And maybe a little bit stupid, because I could always run this into a tunnel and just blast underneath it and then come back up the other side. That gets us clear. These ground level platforms take up a lot more space. As you can see, the elevated platform is really narrow. Ground level platforms are fat. But we've got the, this is the subway line coming in here, and it should come into these two sets. And then this is the Chuo-Sobu line coming in here, and it should come into these two sets. And in doing so, we don't really have room to bypass it, certainly not at ground level, because we'll get tripped up on these streets. So I can either eliminate this one platform over here and just run the Chuo-Sobu line into this one, which would be fine, it'd be prototypical. The reason for using the two subway lines is a new line comes out of here, and then it goes this way somewhere, somehow. So I think we're going to go with that option. I think we're going to take this. I'm not going to do that. We click on the arrow here, and that allows us to do this and then do that. And yeah, boom. Now, it's still fugly, and it probably still won't work, so let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to go ahead and do this and that one. And that gets us into a good position here. So we'll use the tunnel trick with the Chuo line or the Sobu line. We'll just run it down here like this, and then duck it into a tunnel. Nope, not that. Nope, nope. Thank you. Oh shoot, I may have to do a little bit quicker here. Nope, stay out of the way. Yeah, and that way it'll be easier to see what we're hooking up and whatever. All right, so no. Thank you. All right, so there, and then we'll pop back up to the surface like this, and we'll press on from there. Cool. All right, now, so that means we need a turnout for this guy or this guy. Technically, hit the shift key. We're gonna play this game again. I've been dealing with this crap on this deal. It's a pain in the ass. So that way likes it. Oh, there we go. How far can I back it up? Can't. That'll do. Ain't gotta be fancy. All right, so then this is ground level, so we're good to go here. So we'll just run this guy up the middle and just beeline him in and kind of. All right, now fix this because it looks janky. Cool. Okay, so we'll dink around with these two later. All we're really interested in right now is there's the terminus now. Well, it's not the terminus yet. That'll be for the Chuo-Sobu line. What we want to do is get down here to Funabashi Station, and it might be right here. It might be, or it might be over here. Let's see if I can ascertain. It's not terribly far. I'm guessing it's right here. But let's just take one more look, because it may be a little further down. I think the line's going to come through this space. Possibly here. All right, let's revert to the satellite image. All right, that's Nishi Funabashi. Oh, it curves. That threw me off. All right, Funabashi Station. And there should be some loop track and silliness. Okay, so we just got to look for this. Oh, there's Keisai Funabashi Station. Great. Oh, that's swell. All right, so the track curves, and it goes this way. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it goes through here, and here it is. Here's where the station is, right here. See the silly loops and stuff? That's it. Let me check and see if this is... Oh, wait, I wasn't even showing you that. This is all elevated, so we need all this on. See, if I drop to the 3D view, you'll see. See, everything's on viaduct. The key is to look for the roads, because where we're going, we need roads. Yeah, see, everything bridges over the road, so it's on viaduct. It may not be tall viaduct. I mean, like right here, it's ground level. And so, you know, things kind of go up and down and down and up. Like that road dives under. Oh. But here you can see everything. The station is elevated. There's the road that goes underneath it. There's stairs up to it and all that shiz. So, and there's a Sobu line train right there. Cool. And then it goes out. And then it may well drop back down to, once it crosses this river, to more or less ground level. Yeah. So that'll save us some money. We can do that. All right. So let's pop it back up to 2D mode, and we're looking down at Funabashi Station. Alright, let's get done. So these are going to be elevated platforms. I need... Ah, shit, I didn't switch it over so you guys can see what I was looking at. Damn it. Okay, let me show you again. Alright, so here's the station. Sorry. Still working in that aspect of things. Switching back and forth. And then here's the 3D view so you can see what I was talking about. See the tracks go underneath the station there? But everything's level here because this track flies over this one. So it's all on the ground until it gets right up to the station. So just prior to this road, we'll go into, I think we'll go into viaduct mode. And that will allow us to get 3 platforms in there. Wait, what is that? What is that? Why? What am I missing here? I'm missing something. Okay, Saikyo line I can close. Musashino line will keep open. We don't need the E2 series up at the moment, nor do we need the E4 series up at the moment. We don't particularly need Tokyo Station up at the moment, but it's always good to have up. So, Funabashi Station. Ah. Alright, so this is Nishin Funabashi, and then we just need to go to Funabashi Station. But the... Sobu line. Hello? 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 Huh. Okay, Nishin Funabashi does not have it. Alright, we gotta go to the... We gotta go to Funabashi Station. What's the easiest and quickest way to get there on this? I guess there's no way to do it, so... Aha, Funabashi. Boom, click. I guess it's there. Because I just was being lazy and didn't want to type it in. You know. Alright, here we go. Platforms 1 and 2, Chuo-Sobu line. Platforms 3 and 4, Sobu line. Tobu line is an elevated, elevated, single elevated island serving 2 tracks. Elevated station building underneath. Access to JR East Station is by ground level concourse. Okay. So these are... Maybe these are ground level. Because then the Tobu station would be elevated. So where does it go? Alright, to do this, I've got to switch back to this. Funabashi Station. This is it. Okay, there it goes. It cuts off that way. Alright, that's fine. Alright, we have a plan. So what we're going to do is 2-track elevated for them. We're going to do 2 platforms at ground level for these guys, and we'll roll tide from there. Right, so let me switch the view back over to that, and here we are. So we need a viaduct station. No, I need a viaduct station. What's the distance here? Oh, 350 meters is good. I like 350 meters. It's a nice figure. So we'll just cut this. We'll do 355 there. Click that, click this, shorten it to 350. Boom. Right about there. Cool. Alright, so this is Funabashi Station. We'll go ahead and change the name, protect the innocent. Okay. Now we're going to actually go ground and ground, and we can do these. We can pinch this over underneath the other one. Let's do 2 of them, and then we'll do the fine tuning here. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to extend this just past because that will make it look better. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, because technically it does go over the roads. So, yeah. That's legit. Yo. Line that up. Oh, it's got a lot of people available here. Oh, well, 395. Why go 395 when you can go 400? Come on, man. Well, now I'm at 402 because this end's too long. Now it should be 400. Oops. 400 and 400. Sweet. All right, that'll do, pig. Okay, so there's Funabashi Station. So now we just need to hook the lines together, and then we're ready to rock and roll and move your soul and make you groove and let your body move. We're going to kind of cut this here just a little short so we can start our transition curve and start the main portion of our curve, which actually we're doing kind of uh-oh. Rut to the row. Oh, it's being a butt. If we cross at this angle, we'll be okay. But I mean, it's so close. So we can switch to. We'll viaduct it, and then we'll drop it back down to the ground, just like that. Boom. Confetti. Nice try, game. On to you. Cool. That'll do. All right, then we can come out of this one and just kind of cut this corner here a little bit and come along the edge here like that, and then rock and roll this way. This will give us a new end point. And I'm going to make this a little bit neater by backing that up just a little bit. Ah, crap. Now I can extend it. Nope, now it looks stupid. All right, so this is what happens. If you're in pointer mode and you click on a piece of track and then you change the track type, it'll change the track type. So I click that, it'll go back to ground. So now, I'm going to move this back. Make sure that doesn't look stupid now. Nope, let's go. Now, what you got to do is switch to the plus first, then switch your track type. Do that, like so. Now I'm going to switch back to the ground. Get this side of it. That looks pretty good right there. Now we're going to switch back to this piece. We're going to back this up a little bit. All right, now switch that, kind of move that over just a little bit, tweak it. Now we're going to go back here and we're going to add more track. Hooray. $62 million project. Yay. We're not done yet. There's most of this is on the ground level. The station's almost 8 million. The viaduct station. 2 stations at ground level are 14 million each. The tunnel, 6 million. Viaduct is a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Those of you who are kids of the 80s and had an Atari 2600 may recognize that little tune I was just singing or humming. One of my favorite games to play on the 2600 from Activision, Pitfall. Pitfall Harry. Okay, that should do. That gets us connected there into Nishin Funabashi and carries us through all the way to Funabashi. And terrific. Swell and neato. Let me move this over like this. So that looks cooler. Looks mo better. And we're pretty much good to go there, I think. Yeah, that'll do, pig. All right, excellent. So our next step now is to build this. I'm pretty happy with what we've got. So we'll go back in this. We'll build all blueprints, 66 million. Cha-ching! And what we want to do is get into the nighttime. Into the overnight. So we'll go fast. Get past 0130. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. Or late, as it were. All right. All right, I'm getting and it gets faster as the trains come off the line. The more trains, see how much faster time's passing now. Now everything's packed away. So there's only like 4 trains. The Chuo rapid trains are heading back to their station down here in Tachikawa. Okay. So we need to revise. Well, let's revise the Keiyo line first because it'll be easier. All right, so we go to lines. We're going to go Keiyo line here. Okay, we're going to turn this off for a second. So the turn is at Maihama Station. That's Tokyo Disneyland right there. All right, so it starts here, goes here, and then goes into Tokyo. And what we'll do is we'll maintain that, and then it runs back to Kasai Rinkai Koen Station A, which is here. And what we're going to do is start adding new stations down here. So we're going to click this, click this. All right, so that's where it's going to start. So this will make it easier. So then we just hit, oh, you know what? No, we're going to do this. We're going to do this way. Why do I have 2? Musashino line. That's why. Okay. Nishin Funabashi Station. Okay, there we go. All right. Boom. Make sure we get the right arrow here. Platform D. Click, and that now completes the line. Okay, so now we're back to Maihama Station B. All right, so now what we do is we can turn that off and turn this on. Estimate leg travel times. Good to go. Interval travel hint. Now there's only 2 trains, so we got to change that. Minimum station time. Minimum stop time is goofed up at the moment. It's all the new stations are showing 10 minutes, so we want to make sure the things unlock all stop times, and then we can set minimum stop times, and that's good to go. Now, we've set 2 minutes for Tokyo Station. Okay, so the old ones are locked. Now they're all locked. Okay, Maihama Station B we're going to unlock actually and drop that down to a minute. We're at 107. For the turn time. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're dropping Maihama. Tokyo Station, yeah, 2 minutes is a good time in there. Could be longer. We may tweak it. So we'll click here to turn that off. All right, so now it's down to 106.50, right? Because we could shorten some of these to like 30 seconds. Which that's the minimum stop time. It's enough time for people to get off and on the train within the confines of the game mechanics. But it's an hour and 6 minutes, so it's 33.25 from end to end. The trick is we're not going end to end. We actually start in the middle and go to Tokyo, and then we go back out. So, excuse me, I think 4 trains is going to be good. And basically, we'll split this up. At 33 minutes is, 16 and a half, 16:40 between trains. So what we do is go over here, go to the Keiyo line. We'll close this down. J002. We're going to clone it. We're going to make 2 of them. These are 2 335,000s. And it's going to be JE003. And we'll start with that. We have the 10 unit trains purchase. Okay, cool. Now, so this one's going to be JE004. All right, sweet. Now, so first deployment's at 4:58, which then should get into the station at 5 o'clock for, or within a minute for its run into Tokyo, and it goes from there. What did we say? We want these like 16 minutes and 40 seconds apart. So this guy starts at 4:58. 16 minutes is going to be 5:14. Yeah. So now we're going to click here. Okay. We're going to click copy all Monday slots, because that's going to be these 2 slots from here to here. Okay. Then we're going to delete them all, paste all. Then there's this one here that the computer throws in there. I guess it's got to have a slot. I don't know if that's something the developers haven't worked out or whatever, but that's what you do. And now we've got the new schedule done for train 02. So now we can take this whole schedule and copy it here and go to train 3. Paste it here. Actually, we're going to delete it all and then paste it all. I don't want anything overlapping or stacked. All right, so 5:14, and then we need to go 16 minutes, 40 seconds, so that's 31. Then we're going to copy the day, get rid of all, paste all, get rid of this one stupid slot here, and boom, that schedule's set. All right, so now we can copy that, go to train 4, get rid of all of it, paste it, all right, and then we need to add 16, so that's 5:47. We'll go to 48. Copy the day, ditch, paste, get rid of this one. Done. That's it. So now we got our 4 Keiyo line trains. So that puts them on 16-minute intervals. 16-minute intervals good enough? If I go to lines, first off, if I move time along here just a little bit, now it's dropped everything in data-wise. So now the computer's thought this out. So now we go here, and it's going to have 1642 is minimum interval times. Okay. And that should... Wait, no. Yes. Right. Yes, that's correct. That's what it ought to be. All right, so we'll lock that up. Now, we haven't done the other line yet. So we got to go to Chuo-Sobu line now. And we're going over to the east side. All right. So we're going to Ichikawa Station. So we got to find Ichikawa Station. Akihabara, Ochanomizu, Sudabashi. Okay, no, that's going the wrong way. Here's Ichikawa. Okay, so Ichikawa Station. Now we've got to take this one out because we're not actually going to A. if we actually turn this off, turn this on, now we'll see it. We're going to B. So we're going to switch this one here. We're going to delete that. And we're going to put B. Oops, nope, it missed. All right, let's ditch that. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so now. So we're down here to stop. Wait, 24. Koiwa B. Okay. Now Ichikawa Station B. Then we go to Moto Yawata Station. Shimosa Nakayama. And then we're in here. So now, Mission Funabashi. Oh wait, no, we're passing through this. So here we're this one. And now we're at Funabashi Station. And this one, we're taking A. And then that turns us back the other direction. So then here we hit E. A here. A here. A here at Ichikawa. And then Koiwa. Alright. And then it should go to Shin-Koiwa C. Shin-Koiwa. So now we're good to go. Alright. Excellent. So we got the new line built. So now we're going to turn that off. And now we're going to turn this on. We're going to unlock stuff. And minimum speed shouldn't be 120 kilometers an hour, but we'll put that. We'll drop it down to 80. Yeah. For minimum. Maximum speed's right here. Okay. Minimum interval hint is 9 minutes and 18 seconds. That's cool, but we've just added some more stops. And so I want to get us some more trains. At least 2 to 4 more trains on the line. So, bulk time edit, we'll mess with this in a minute because this is something I figured out that was new. That sets all the minimum stop times. So now it's a 2.5 hour round trip on that, on this line. But we're gonna change that up just a little bit here. All right, so with 16 trains, we already have 16 trains. We're going to go to 20 trains, I think. Oh, and I've got stuff, that's part of the thing, because I was dinking around with the weekend times. Shoot. Do I have that with all of them? Oh, I do, don't I? That's okay. We can fart around with it. Okay, so what's the difference? It's 5-minute difference on the weekends. It's 4 minutes on the day during the daytime. I'm going to wind up changing all of these, I think, because now I've learned how to do this better. So let's do this first. Let's clone these and do 8 units. Do I want 8 unit? Is that what I'm looking for? Yes, these are 8 unit E231 zeros. Okay, is that really? Is that the best we can do? Okay, we could do bigger. Show me the internet. Show me the Sobu line. Chuo-Sobu line. I closed it down. Of course. Of course I did. So what I need is Funabashi Station, Chuo-Sobu line. That'll do. There's a link. Alright, I'm just looking for the train links here. E231 0 series, which is good. Daily ridership on this line is almost 2.4 million people. It's a lot of people. What's the equipment? Hmm. 10-car EMUs. Well, no shite. You don't frickin' say. Son of a bitch. What was I doing? Why don't I have all 10 cart? Great. So now it's 10 unit EMUs. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and clone the schedule. Oh, wait. Fix this, because then I won't have to do it multiple times. Row. This is going to be 017, and then we'll go from there. What the shite is on the TV screen? Hang on. I'm getting you there. Getting you there. Getting you there. This is what we're hearing. Is this over here? The Unica Vision. Oh, they got something going on. I don't know. Oh, look, there's one of our aforementioned Sobu line trains. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars. Yep. Well, that was easy enough. It was rainy early morning in Tokyo, and apparently now it's nice and cleared up. So, it looks like a beautiful morning in Tokyo. So, very cool. All right. Let me switch back over to you. And switch back over to this. Cool. All right. 436. All right, hold up. I gotta do one little bit more research here. Let me just read this. Because I was seeing the services. Former early morning, late night, around 9 to 10 p.m. A few westbound trains headed beyond Mitaka onto the Chuo Line Rapid, with some terminating Musashi Kogane, others at Tachikawa. The other trains during the hour operated regularly. Around 4 to 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., Chuo-Sobu services were divided at Ochanomizu Station into two sections. At the western section, Mitaka to Ochanomizu Chuo Line Rapid trains ran through the Chuo-Sobu line tracks between Nakano and Ochanomizu, with services serving between Tokyo as far as Takao or even Ome, which stops at all stations. The eastern section of Ochanomizu to Chiba, local trains operated and terminated at the two ends of the section. This service pattern last operated on 13 March 2020. To prepare for the eventual installation of platform doors on the Chuo-Sobu line platforms and the future addition of green cars on the Rapid line, Chuo Line Rapid service trains no longer operate on Chuo-Sobu line tracks. Oh. Wakarimasu. Okay. All trains stop at every Chuo-Sobu line. Regularly, trains terminate at Chiba or Sudanuma at the east side and terminate at Nakano or Mitaka on the west side. All trains stop at every station. Okay. I've forgotten now what I was looking for. Excuse me. Oh, I was looking for times. And it's kind of not indicated here. Alright, so what we'll do then time-wise is we'll start with 01, and we're going to start it at, because it goes right into Mitaka Station. Oh, wait, hold it. Okay, let's look at the lines. All right, they're looking at minimal intervals of 7 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, so that's cool, but we can actually make that better. Let's make a longer stop at Shinjuku, which we'll have to do 2 of these. So let's change that to 2 minutes. 7 minutes, 55 seconds, I like it. And on the back end, Shinjuku Station. Come on. Work for me. 7:58, okay? This is getting better. What do you mean, A-Train? Well, I'm trying to get 8 minutes is a nice round figure, right? Akihabara Station, that's a good transfer point. Let's add 30 seconds there. 7:59. And let's go back up here to Akihabara Station. And give me 1 second. 8:01. That'll do, pig. Excellent. Okay. So, what that means is we know what our deployment time should be now. All right? This is the biggest pain in the ass of this system. So if you do what I just did, you tweak your speeds, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-bing, ba-boom, okay? Your minimum stop times. You can, at your big stations, extend the stop times a little bit. I mean, you saw 30 seconds for 20 trains now changed by like 1.5 seconds. So we're going to set our minimal interval times at 8 minutes and 1 second. Cool. Lock that bitch in. Now we go to the trains. What time do we want to start? Let's start at, I don't know, 4:24. Let's start at 4:20. Okay? So we'll start at 4:20 and we're actually going to run them until 1:30 in the morning. Okay. So they're going to have short overnight turnaround time. So we're going to copy slot, or copy the day for Monday, ditch all, paste all, get rid of this one slot that it has to have in there, and boom, there's our schedule. Okay? Now, we're going to space the trains 8 minutes apart. So 02 goes at 4:28, and it comes offline at 1:30 in the morning. Forget this weekend schedule BS. Copy, boom, boom, ditch this, gone. All right? Oops, I got 4:29. How did I dip that up? 28. Great. If you accidentally click and are moving when you do, it'll do that. So you just got to make sure you're still with your clicks. Okay. Where is butt-buck number 3? Butt-buck number 3 is here. So 28. So now we go to 36. And bring this to 1:30. Okay. Click, 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 click. Done. Butt-buck number 4. 3 was 36, right? So now we go 44. Ooh, we were close on this. Bring this to 1:30. Okay. Click, 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 click. Done. All right. Where's number 5? 5th is up here. Where are we at? We're 440? 444, so we go to 52. Oh! Look at that! Perfect! Except for these two. Because of the weekend schedule. Alright. Swell! Alright, we're going to go ahead and copy that day there. Alright, there's number 5. We're 6. Wait, 5 was at 52. So now this one's at 5 o'clock. And it's at 1:30. Boom. Copy the day. Okay. And then, right, are we good? 52, 5 o'clock. So this one's 5:08. Excuse me. Ditch that. 5:16. Okay. 5:24 for number 10. $5:32 for number 11. Okay. 5:40 for number 12. $5:48 for number 13. Ooh, not you. 5:48. Right? 12 is at 5:40. 5:48. Good. Okay. Click, 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 click. Boom. 56 for number 14. And get rid of that. 6:04 for number 15. And if you have trouble with this part, what I'm doing right here, just getting the exact thing, you can always do it up top. You can always type it in right here. Okay. Click, boom, boom, ditch that. Okay, 6:04 means 6:12 for train 16. 6:12 for train 16. There you are. They should wind up in order when we're done with it. Okay, so now we do train 17. Wait, 6:12, so 6:20. Okay, numbers look good. This is train 18, 6:28. Okay, train 19 is going to be 6:36. Almost done. Okay, and that makes train 20 6:44. Fix that, goes 6:44. Boo to the ya. Sweet. All right, we got our Chuo line updated. Now, in the lines thing, yeah, minimum interval hint says 8:01. Screw that. We're just going to go with, we'll unlock first. Set the minimum interval lines, interval times. They shouldn't change. The train should move at the same speed all the way through. Should be no issues because our deployment times are now actually the interval times. Now, in reality, we'd probably like this to be closer to 6 minutes or so. And we'd like to have trains running every 6 minutes, but 8 minutes will take. It's 20 trains on one line. That's a lot. We're going to lock this back up so we don't dink it up. And now we can get rid of that. Okay, we have handled the Chuo-Sobu line out to there. Yeah, to Nishin Funabashi, actually to Funabashi. We've handled the Keiyo line out. And you know what? Wait, did we add 4 trains or just 2? 4 trains. I kind of feel like we should have 2 more. Now I got to redo all the math stuff, but that's okay. We'll live. All right, so we're going to clone these. We're going to do 2. Wait. These are 10 unit E233 5000s. 10 units. Okay, cool. 2 of them. All right, E233 5000. Always change this up top. Then you don't have to retype it for... I mean, if you do a number like this, like 005, I'll have to change one of them to 006. Go ahead and clone the schedule. Sure. All right, so 005 is that one. We'll do 006 is this one. We'll go ahead and change that, so that's done. All right, so now we're going to start the clock for a couple of seconds. Now, see how it adjusted? It moved there a little bit, so the computer's had a second to think it through. So now we're going to go down here and unlock our shiz. All right, 80 miles an hour. Now it's down to 11 minutes and 8 seconds. I don't like that, but I have an app for this too. All right, so let's go back here. .007, we're going to buy 1 more. Now this is where you work on that time stuff. And you got to have the money for it. And clearly we're close to broke here. All right, so now we've added in one more. Now what's that done for the, wait, go back here, hang on. Okay. 9:32. That dropped us way below 10 minutes. I did not expect it to drop that much below 10 minutes. Nine and a half minutes. What if we add Nishin? It's not Nishin, is it? It's Nishi. Once again, I screwed it up. Hang on. Because I'm a doofus and I typed that stuff wrong. Nishi Funabashi. I can look here. Nishi Funabashi. Yes, okay. Duh. Hang on. I had a cup of soup moment. Nishi Funabashi. Okay. Cool. So now, back to life, back to reality. All right. 9 minutes and 32 seconds. So at Nishi Funabashi, which is right here, let's extend that stop by, say, 30 seconds and see what that does to our math. We're at 9:37. If we... What if we do a minute and a half at... There's 9:41. You know what? Okay, that's at Disneyland. So... Maihama... 9:45. Okay, we're getting close here. What if we change this to 2 minutes and 30 seconds? That's 9:50. Okay, what if we just change it to 3 minutes? Or to stop at Tokyo Station. It's at 9:54. All right, Maihama B. Wait, no, let's not make it there. Let's keep that at 30. Let's do it here at Funabashi. 9 minutes and 58 seconds for minimal interval hint. I think we can work with that. You think? I mean, we could add, 10 seconds there. Boom. 10-minute interval. Paste. Set minimum interval times. 10 minutes. Beautiful. That makes life easy. Lock it up. Okay? Because if you hit this, it'll screw all that stuff up that we did. Okay? And you can lock and unlock individual stations for editing just by clicking on the lock. Okay? So, now we're going to go back to trains. 001 leaves at 4:58 into Maihama Station. 4:58. 5:08. So now we do this process again, but we don't have near as many to do. 5:16. Wait. No. 5:18. 10-minute intervals. Oh, you know what? Let's drag this down here to 1:30. Just, it may cost me more in operating costs, but I'm really trying to eliminate. Oh, you know what? No, the Keiyo line, I don't think gives me much grief in this regard, and I can go back and change it later, so screw that. Okay. Doot. Boom. Boom. 5:18, which means 4 is 5:28. Okay. 5 is at 5:38. 6 is at 5:48. Oh, look, it's set. Thank you. And 7 is at 5:58. well. That's awesome. I feel good about this. Okay, let's get the day going. There we go. First trains are out. And let's see first. The first train dumped off 307 packs. And the numbers will be a little wonky here for the start. Okay, here we go. Put this down here. Back this up there so we can see the whole line. All right, here we go. 363 out of 1,600 people. That's a lot of train and not a lot of people. I get it. But, okay, now the Sobu line trains are doing their thing. That's looking good. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. I like getting the spacing figured out, finally. Hey, there's 684 packs. Very good. Very nice. I mean, I guess the trains, you know, well, we may get more people when we extend the lines out at Nishi Funabashi. But I think this is going to do pretty good for us. You know, 466 packs there, 440. Where are we here? Maihamas. Now it's heading into Disneyland. $853. That's good. 538 on the outbound track. Drop off a few here, drop off a few there, drop off some more here, drop off some more here. Pretty good transfer at Disney. And then we're carrying 144 people in for the final run. Cool. Trains aren't glomming. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty when you get the timing right. And when you got all smiley faces, that's also a good thing. There's almost, oh, geez, 817. All right, good. I think that as we go through the day, the numbers will go up. You'll see the numbers go up. And then, you know, as you get later in the day, they drop off, and then they go up again in the evening for the rush. Also, but the line starts picking up more and more customers along the way, too. And the better your service is, I think the more customers you get. I think that's how it works. See what's working out nicely here? Oh, this is working out very nicely. Is you have a Chuo-Sobu line train pulling into Nishi Funabashi before a Keiyo line train does, after it's gone to Funabashi. Now there it just broke the cycle, because it dumps off a couple hundred people. And now those people just got picked up by the Keiyo line train. But now we're back on cycle. So the Sobu line train dumps off, then the Keiyo line train picks up. And that's where it helps to have, you know, a couple minutes stop in your station. If it's just stuff along the line where you're not interchanging, then that's fine. 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever. But if you have an interchange stop, it delays, you know, the train long enough to maybe pick up some more packs when another train rolls in and dumps its load. So there's a benefit to it. So now let's look at our accounting for the day. This is today, Thursday, November 25th. Oh, this is just this one train. I want to look at the line. I want to get this out of the way and do accounting. And we're going to go up to Wednesday. Okay, so yesterday we made $513,000 and hauled just under 100,000 packs. And that was with 2 trains. So now we got 7 trains. We're running the Nishi Funabashi. And we'll see how this accounting changes. I like it. It looks good. Things are still a little awkward along the Chuo line with the express trains and all, but I think those are actually in pretty good shape too. May need to add or subtract one or two of the regular service trains, but otherwise I think we're in good shape there. I think we've got the Yamanote line squared away. I think most of the lines are squared away at this point. Surumi line I might could pull a train or two off of, but it's probably okay. Now the next major build project, like I've said, is going to be to add connections into Omiya to increase our ridership on the Shinkansen. That's going to be the trick. Find a couple of and you don't have to go far. You know, get a couple, 3 stations out of town, maybe in a couple different directions. Maybe tie in the Musashino line with a, where is it, right here? Kito? No, it's not Kyoto, it's Musashi Rural. You know, we could go like 1 or 2 stations this way and 1 or 2 this way. Or we could skip an intermediate because it's going to go over here and it's going to have a station right here. This is where the Keihin-Tohokyu line runs up. So I'm pretty sure this is going to come across here viaduct style, probably through this slot right here, through this slot right up there. It is. That's where the station will be, right there. See, it's got the loop here and it's got the loop here. So the station will be right there, and that's going to overlap the service areas or the catchment areas. So what I would do is build the line and put up the station platforms and then just keep moving, and we'll connect them eventually. So they'll go here, then the line's going to go up here-ish. Maybe through here, maybe through here. Could come around like this. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the... Hello. Just tooted its horn. It's not often you hear a train toot its horn. I don't know. Don't see anything interesting. All right, we're almost through the day here, so let's kick back over and then we'll also get a look at the Chuo-Sobu line and see what the numbers difference looks like there. If we move forward, we can get this in real time. So we're looking to beat 95. I'm pretty sure we'll be over 100,000 packs. And we're trying to beat, you know, $513,000. So here's the active count. Oh, we've well beat that. Now, and here's the trick. Because of the time difference, 09 UTC. Okay. This will run through the full night, and this will end at 0900 on Friday. Here. 0900 in Tokyo is midnight UTC. Okay, Greenwich Mean Time. So that's how that works. All right, so let's kick in the ass here and let's move along. Love seeing how quick this number's going up. It's awesome. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I haven't been drinking enough water this evening. I want, I'll air quotes, a full body massage this evening. My girlfriend and I went. She hooked us up. Very nice. Thank you very much, dear. And we went to Massage Envy. My first time to one of those places. And okay, so now we're getting into the next business day. We get on to about 8 o'clock. Notice it slows down as the trains start running. They'll probably have to do some, oh, what is it they do with the code? Optimizing. Do some optimization with the code and stuff to clean it up a little bit, but yeah, because now it's really starting to slow down. Okay, so see, we're still running Thursday numbers because we're at 11 p.m. Now, they compensated 7 packs. Okay, I can live with that. We're at 840,000. We're at 140,000 boarded the train. Jesus H. That's 50,000 more people than we had previously. That's awesome. The total money, wait a minute. Didn't we have like 500,000? We're almost 900,000. And presto, there it is. So, let's back up one day. 2 trains to Maihama Station. $513,000, 95,000 packs. 7 trains to Nishi Funibashi. $876,000, almost 150,000 packs. And this number will go up. As more people start riding the line, it will go up. That's awesome. So we've just increased 1.5 times, increased our money by, 150%. Boarded 146,000. 50,000 more people daily. One line. And now they're riding longer distances, which is the big thing with the money. We didn't change our fare. It's still $1 base cost plus 50 cents for every kilometer you travel. So that works out. Now, that said, let's look at the Chuo-Sobu line and see maybe what we got with this. So yesterday, total $2.5 million, 576,000 packs. Went up to almost $3.5 million and 85,000 packs. We had over 100,000 passengers a day on the Chuo-Sobu line, and you're seeing the red things flashing up. That means there's not the train's full, which is where we wind up with our compensation issues. So we've got to address that on various lines. But yeah, we just added $1 million, almost $1 million a day. I think that'll eventually round out to $1 million when these stations over here start catching their full amounts. And the same thing with the Keiyo line. That's awesome. And the spacing looks good too. Trains are nice and evenly spaced. Let's look at our assets over here. And this will show us now where these lines look. The Keiyo line was here. It's moved up nicely. Chuo-Sobu line has bumped the Saikyo line. Not by much. I mean, we're talking $3,000. Oh wait, that's Tuesday. This is before. Okay, this is the day before the change. All right, so Chuo-Sobu line was number 5, and it did bump the Saikyo line. The Keiyo line is just above the Ome line and below the Ginza Metro line. Keiyo line moved up above the Ginza Metro and the monorail line. Chuo-Sobu line moved up to number 4. Jumped the commuter rapid. Very nice. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines earning at least $1 million a day. That's sweet. And this one jumped a good amount. The key now is going to be to get this one up. This is poor right now. But again, it's just, I mean, I might add in the stops at Ueno Station with 2 additional trains. And so that'll serve customers into there, so they don't have to jump off at Tokyo, and then catch a local back up. And Ueno gives you other options like the Ginza line and all that stuff. So, but we're getting a lot of indication of full trains here. I'm seeing. Let's turn this off and let's time stand still. That's Omiya Station. This train's full. So that's one that's giving us indications. 1,000 passengers are going to get off at Akihabara Station. 1,000. It's pulling into the station right now. Let's watch this. If you have 1,000 people getting on and off your train, you might want to have, you know, a minute to 2. Now people can board. And then here's 2 more trains coming in. We're still in this time on this train. And this is legit, guys. You're watching the video. You can hear the video in the background. That's how often the trains come and go. This final 20 seconds of this Chuo-Sobu line train, I expect that number to continue going up as people transfer. And there we have it. I mean, that's cool stuff. This is a cool game. I like it. There's a little bit of a learning curve. Once you figure the stuff out, the little tips and tricks and tweaks and, you know, whatever. See, this train has 635 people going to Omiya Station. And I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to get on the Chuo line. Is it trains full? Train's full. Sheesh. Wow. We're going to have to look to add more trains. So, but in doing that, I mean, you just got to make more money. So the Keihin-Tohokyu line right now, I know it doesn't have a crap ton of trains. It's only got 12 trains. And they're running every... Geez, what's the... 10 minutes, basically. That needs to be down to 5 minutes, which means we're going to have to double the number of trains. Which, oh, it's only 10? 12? Yeah, we could get to 24. Problem is, each one of those trains costs, you know, $25 million. Yeah, sure. Let me whip this wallet out. Whip this checkbook out and just stroke you a check. Sure. All right. Awesome. I am quite pleased with the progress we made here. The big thing was getting this this Saikyo line built. And that's a line I've never paid a whole lot of attention to, ever, in my research and everything, because it doesn't run through Tokyo Station. But we still have a lot to do at Shinjuku Station, too. More trains to run in and through. I mean, this 1,559 This is minutes with people waiting for a train. There's a lot of trains there. This is the Marunouchi subway line. This is another 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 line going out. And we've got, like I said, other lines. I think we're good with the Chuo and the Chuo Rapid. Saikyo, we're done. Yamanote, we're done. But then there's the Shonan Shinjuku line and the Yokosuka line that we'll still be able to run through here, plus all the subways. And I'm not sure how far we're going to go with the subways, because again, we're going to wind up with a lot of overlapping bubbles and stuff. But that's accurate. That's what they all look like. This line, well, I say that, this line actually goes this way as well. So it's got like a split. It's kind of weird. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode of Nimby Rails. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give us a like. I appreciate it. Share with your friends. Let them know about the channel. Hundreds of hours of videos available for your entertainment. Subscribe for more great content coming soon. And turn on that bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video. Greatly appreciate you supporting us. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising there is, marketing. Also follow us on Twitch at _train_games, on Discord at a-train_games, where you can view my Steam library, make game requests, discuss this and other games, and see my Tower 3D Pro airport list. And the hundreds of hours available on this commercial, on this on channel. If you see commercials, that's YouTube sucking up all the dough for the work I've done for them. Thanks a lot, jerks. So, if you feel it in your heart to make a donation to help support the channel, help me upgrade my equipment, I might have to get me a new computer here before too long. And help us out. Your donations are greatly appreciated and welcomed at paypal.me/atraingames. That's paypal.me/atraingames. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you being here and being part of the discussion. And hope you'll be back for next time. So that's going to be it from Tokyo. Hope you have a great day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are on planet Earth or beyond. I'm A-Train. It's over. And I'm out.